100 years ago, a man named Blair Swannell landed at these beaches just behind me. We're here at Anzac Cove in Gallipoli, Turkey. Like me, he was a Northampton saint, but more importantly, he was the first saint to play for the Lions. We're here to tell his remarkable tale and also remember why this man should be honoured.
Well, it's almost hard to believe that someone like Blair Swannell existed. He was a very good rugby player, notoriously hard man out on the pitch, loved here at Franklin's Gardens when he played here, and in Australia as well when he later emigrated. Eccentric as well, notoriously never washed his kit. But there's so much more to him than that. He had enemies, he had fiercely loyal friends. He was a Victorian adventurer as well. He travelled the world searching for gold in Uruguay. He fought in the Boer War. He should be remembered as a legend of this club.
In the spring of 1915, with the war on the Western Front in stalemate, the Allies hatched a plan to invade Germany's ally, Turkey. Blair Swannell, now a major in the Australian infantry, led his men in the invasion of Gallipoli on the 25th of April 1915.
So Blair Swannell's landed at the beach and his first point of call is to get up the hill.
Yep, the first people have landed, they're fighting really hard on the next ridgeline, and he's getting his men forward and he's going to be thrown into the battle. His job is to get his men as fast as possible into the firing line.
A couple of hours after landing, Swannell led his men in the charge up the slopes of the Turkish hill the soldiers called Baby 700.
They charge across the neck, thundering along the ground, boots hitting it, and they get to this spot right here on the crest and start to go down, and then they come up against a wall of Turkish fire and it's crack into them. A Turkish sniper's identified. He starts to organise his men, starts to direct them to the sniper, and then he wants to have a go himself to show them how to fire to get his man. And we know what happened next because we've got an eyewitness account here.
Okay, so this is from Sergeant H. Mitchell. Spying a sniper, he ordered a man alongside him to shoot him and gave them the range. The next thing we knew, Blair himself was having a shot and got his man. The next second, he got one through the head and went the same as many other great brave fellows have gone in the war. So, he was here for 15 minutes and then that's how his story ends.
The body of Blair Swannell lay for the next 4 years on the slopes of Baby 700, before being buried here in the cemetery at the summit. Saint's first lion was also the first saint to fall in the First World War.
Today is as it puts, my life into a bit of perspective, I feel. We're not asked to do these acts of heroism. We're not asked to lay down our life for country like they were back when the World War was on. And to know that someone who used to tread the ground I tread at Franklin's Gardens and wear the shirt that I wear when I step out and play at the weekends for Northampton Saints, I can draw similarities between him and myself and other rugby players being in that rugby environment, but fighting in a war so far away from his home and finally coming to his resting place here in Gallipoli. I'm tremendously proud to probably be the first Northampton Saint to come here and give him the opportunity to lay a wreath in Blair Swannell's memory. I couldn't be prouder than the fact that I'm stood here, a braver man I haven't really heard a story of.